Happy to be here.
Yeah.
I want to start by dedicating this interview to ODB, the Old Dirty Bastard, because ain't no father to a style.
Yeah.
And so this is father figures.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
right?
ODB. Then didn't he have a different Big Baby Jesus?
Big Baby Jesus.
Yeah.
And Osiris.
Yeah.
Thought y'all wasn't going to see me.
Yeah.
This movie was so fun. It was so funny. And you guys get to do some ridiculous, off-the-wall stuff. What was it like going through some of the answers that you guys get to do with this movie?
Well, it was a fun movie to do, and some of those scenes, right, that we're kind of doing, like the throwing the football, where we're, I'm running out for a pass and just getting nailed by these guys, that was pretty real.
The fight scene on the lawn.
Yeah, the fight scene.
There's some good antics in here.
Yeah.
Really?
I really hit J.K. Simmons with a car.
Yes.
You really hit him with a car.
That's not true.
It reminded me of early Nardog, though. It reminded me of the early version of the Office character because he was angry at first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
That didn't give you flashbacks at all then. Huh?
Well, I hadn't thought about it. I mean, of course I approach each character as its own entity, but no, that's an interesting parallel. I see that for sure. Yeah, this character starts off. It's funny. I was talking to somebody describing our characters as being kind of like they're both a little bit hard to like for the opposite reasons at the beginning, and then as they like each other more in the movie, I feel like you fall in love with them more in a nice way. I don't know.
I feel like we're sort of far away, right?
You guys want to get closer? Let's get closer.
Yeah,
Sit
we're
on each other's
brothers.
lap. We can do that
Come
too.
on.
Yeah.
Brothers. If you had a twin brother, what type of things would you want to do with your twin?
I always wanted to have a twin brother, someone that was always like ready to go do exactly the stuff you wanted to do, ride up to 7-Eleven, play video games, and
or if you get in trouble, like you can, your brother gets punished if they're an identical twin,
Right.
Yeah.
Like then you can send each other on like weird.
That's a good question. If you were going to have a twin, would you want it to be identical or fraternal?
I would be scared that my twin's going to steal my iPhone password. Like, they can just look at your iPhone now when it opens.
Yeah,
I would be scared.
that's true.
They see all my secrets and be like, no.
They probably already know it.
Probably.
I think it'd be cool to have an identical twin.
Yeah.
What were the scenes filming with Katt Williams like? Because he is a fool. So what? And he said, my Negro Spidey senses are tingling. That was so funny. What was it like filming with Katt?
Yeah, he's just like a improvisational wizard, that guy. I don't think that line was in the script.
I don't think any of those.
Yeah.
I think that was all Katt.
Yeah, that was
Katt
fun.
here today?
Yeah.
Good question.
He is?
Yeah.
What was it like getting to bounce jokes off these guys?
It's weird. I was telling somebody it's kind of like being JaVale McGee on the Golden State Warriors.
Oh.
Like, the whole thing is, if you put JaVale McGee in the wrong situations, maybe it's going to be wrong.
It's going to be wrong.
But if you put him in a perfect situation, it's going to be perfect.
Yeah.
Because then you can utilize what he does best. And that's kind of the best way that I can explain this. I'm saying the cast list is what the cast list is. So anytime you have Owen Wilson and Ed Helms, and you got J.K., and you got Glenn Close, and Terry Bradshaw and Ving Rhames, you already got a great movie. I don't need to know what the script is. I don't need to know what you're talking about. I know you got a great movie. So for me to be the sixth man on that, that's a great opportunity for me personally, movie-wise, and as it turns out, an integral part to the movie as well.
Oh, I like this role for you. This role for you was great because I feel like we saw a Katt stumble a little bit, but this role for you looked just like so good. Is this where we're going to see more Katt Williams going?
Well, I'm faster after a stumble. I don't know about most people, but when you're around me, that stumble, if you're my competition, that's your only chance, is that stumble, because I haven't got to the point where I know how to not stumble. I just know that if I just stumbled, then I know what happens next. And so this is a product of what happens next. And at the end of the day, I'm only interested in putting out good work. So when a script is perfect, then all that's left is for me to do a great job in it. And we're probably 4 projects in since the stumble. So yeah.
Oh, that's dope. That's dope.
Yeah.
Katt, I think you're one of the best comedians in the game. I watched one of your recent comedy specials. It was my favorite of that year. But I don't feel like you get enough respect when it comes to the best comedians in the game. Do you feel you get the respect you deserve?
I understand and appreciate what it is you're saying. The people that are considered the best, I know exactly why they're considered the best, and I wouldn't take that away from them for anything in the world. I'm the best to a different set of people who judge things differently. And so now if you're counting the Forbes list and critical acclaim, you may not come across my name. But if you should dare to step 1 foot in the realm of stand-up comedy in the United States of America, then you know who the king is.
Yeah.
So we have a special, Netflix special coming in January. So we'll again put this bar out there. They just got finished spending $120 million on specials that didn't seem to register. So we'll see what we can do.
Yeah, I thought that too. I was like, this isn't funny. This isn't funny.
You can't buy it. It has to be, and then you bought it. But
Right.
it can't work another way.
Right. Last question. What is that feeling like when you are on stage? What does that feel like for you? Can you describe that feeling?
It's what makes the movie important is the same thing as what makes this important. I'm having a conversation that is within the realms of the best relationship I ever been in. So my relationship with my fans, that's the best relationship I ever been in my life. I've messed up countless times in this relationship, and I've been accepted back in this relationship. I've given every fiber of myself in this relationship, and I'm rewarded for it. So that's the relationship I have when I'm on stage. That's when I'm truly in that comfort zone. And a movie like this gives me the opportunity to speak like that as well, because I'm surrounded by all of the greatest of mainstream actors in the world. And so I'm representing for somebody who's in that audience looking at that screen. And so, that's what woke is.
God, Xilla!
Yeah.
Xilla bitch.